Good morning, y'all.
Morning.
We're back again this morning with another morning after reality recap. I'm Jasmine.
I'm Jade.
And so we just watched Teen Mom. It's episode 4 from season 10. And let's get into what happened. So let's start with who we see first. We think we see Chelsea first. Yeah. We missed a couple minutes of the beginning. But we see Chelsea sitting with Aubrey. Talking about the annual father-daughter dance. You know, this happens every season, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah, they always have the father-daughter dance. And she's been going with Cole.
Oh, okay.
So it's always a question of, do you want to go with your dad or you want Cole to take you, I think?
And it's her first time saying yes?
No, Cole always goes. Wait, what did she say?
Yes, she wants her dad to go.
Oh, she did?
She wants them both to go.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's different.
Yeah.
Usually she wants Cole to go.
Okay, right.
I think.
Right, I guess that was the concern, was who's she going to hang out with since they're both going to be there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. She want to go with her dad.
But I used to go to those things and I didn't even hang out with my dad. I used to go dance with my friends. And the dads would be standing over in the corner talking to each other. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be talking to each other in this case.
No.
But yeah, I don't think I ever did the
Father-daughter.
Yeah, the father-daughter dance. But I don't know. I guess maybe she's longing some relationship with her dad.
Naturally.
Even though Cole's there, as a replacement. No, not replacement. Step in.
Yes.
But anyway, so we see that. And then we see how Aubrey wants a phone. So she's 10, right?
I guess that's normal now.
Yes, it's a new day.
I don't remember how old I was. Was I 13? I think I was 13.
Maybe.
But even then I had restrictions and stuff like that, so
she should be maybe 13 first?
I guess. I still think. I don't know. Only because it's very different too. You can do so much on a phone nowadays.
Like the one friend was suggesting getting a flip phone or a regular phone.
That's restricted.
That's an idea. You can still chit chat if that's what you want to do. You can talk.
That does keep it at its purpose.
So that's something to think about. But ultimately, they decide she can get a phone, right, with some restrictions.
Right, and I think he mentioned her having to pay for it. Her stepdad. Yes.
Yeah, so much she got a lot of money saved up. So, yeah,
fair enough.
So now let's get into Jade's story. So we see that it's her day, or she's excited about graduation, right? Then the day comes, and she wants to walk down the aisle with Chloe.
Yes.
As she clocks out for the last time. So, Grandma and Grandpa are supposed to bring Chloe to the event.
An hour earlier.
At 11 a.m. So they running late.
Extra late.
And so at this point, Sean's not even there. It's just, the school, her friends, I guess. And her grandma's there. That's the grandma who we see.
Right.
And so they call Grandma. I keep saying Grandma.
I know.
They call Jade's mom. She got an attitude.
Like, she's not late.
I'm like, get there when I get there.
Right. No, ma'am. We had an agreement. We had a schedule. Hanging up on people.
Christy?
I think it's Christy.
Christy tripping.
But Sean did come and he did say, like, he was waiting on them for a minute. And then he was like, forget it.
Yeah.
But he was trying. He was trying to fix it.
Yes. Because he could tell she was frustrated and everything. So, time passes. They still not there. I think they said, is it maybe 25 minutes later they call again?
After that call, yeah.
Now, at this point, Jay's calling. Christy's mom is calling. They not answering.
So now all the random friends, everyone's calling.
So one of these random people are able to get through. They passed Jade the phone.
That's ridiculous.
Grandma got an attitude. Christy has an attitude.
Right. I said I'm on my way. Click. Like, dang, you the one that's... And again, like she said, she expected her to be, what? She said 5, 10, 15 minutes late. It's an hour and a half later, ma'am. You have no right to be upset.
Yes, indeed.
I was even thinking, like, oh, God. When, like, mommy or my mom would be, like, late to... I don't know, performances or picking me up from after practice or something. Like, just those 5 minutes would just irritate me just because, like, you'd be the last kid there. Everyone's waiting on you to leave. Or you're waiting on her to come. I mean, I would never talk to my mom like that. But I understood her frustration.
Yes. Especially when your mom coming with frustration.
Right.
Like, this is my day.
Mm-hmm.
And you
late. Right.
But, what was I going to say? Don't remember. But so grandma finally comes.
Okay.
It's an hour and I want to say 21 minutes late. And she walked in talking about, sorry, the battery. Did you see?
She said the battery. I ain't gonna say no excuse.
Oh yeah, she said we need to change the battery. And Jay said, I don't want to hear it. Don't even start.
I did hear her say, like, I don't want to talk about it. But I thought she just said, oh, I didn't hear her come up with an excuse. But Sean already told on them.
But she said it was getting into it, yeah.
Are you?
But if it was a battery, you could have said that when you was getting all mad on the phone.
Instead of being all frustrated. Right. No, I didn't hear her make up excuses.
But so they are able to get there in time so she can walk down with Chloe.
But I don't think there was a cutoff. The cutoff, I guess, was closing since all she would do was clock out.
Yeah, all she had to do was tell him I'm gonna wait for the baby. I think school was still going on for the other kids. So they walked down the little room area. I was like, okay, this is...
But that should make her
just... big graduation. But the confetti did put some extra on it.
You know, as soon as it popped, I'm like, I wonder if they did that or Teen Mom was like, we need to add some effects.
That's a good question. But she got to walk down with Chloe at the end, so that was wonderful.
Yes. After all that, it should have been a good, I don't know what, motivation for her to feel like, even after all this crap with her mom, I'm sure growing up was probably crazy, you know, but now having that big step forward to do what you want to do for you, you don't have to really rely on nobody.
It's an accomplishment.
Just that extra boost.
True. So let's talk about Leah. So we see the twins are turning 10 years old, growing up fast. And so they have their birthday party at Corey's. And then Leah takes them to dinner afterward. Yeah. And they have a nice little dinner. I don't know if there was anything in particular we need to speak about the dinner. Do you want to talk about anything about it?
No. Just how cute the, you know, I don't remember the girls' names, but the youngest sister, when she was, saying her favorite thing about each
one with disability?
That was cute. That was cute.
It was.
And then as soon as she brought up the other girl's crush, I'm like, girl, you snitching.
That's what Leah was like, that's sister stuff. But it does make me like remember, even in other moments with Leah. I don't know if you remember, but she was on these pills. Do you remember?
I feel like that's a little.
Yeah, she had a moment where it wasn't looking good. You know, you would see her nodding off, and she was just in the bed, kids.
I would say, you know, I probably saw like posts about it or something, but I don't know if I saw like episodes on it.
Okay, but she's like 180, a whole nother person. It seems like she's doing so much better. So that's nice to always be reminded of, like, she where she need to be. Even how she talk with the girls and stuff. You know,
that's different. You're saying?
I mean, I wouldn't know. She was like mean or something, but she's very present and there for them emotionally, lifting them up and stuff. I don't know, it's just nice to see, knowing that she did have that moment. Next, we see Brianna's story. So, picking up where we left off last time, but at this point, they're still at the game, or, yeah, I guess.
Competition.
And Brianna, I guess, wanted to talk to Lewis about what? communication.
Well,
go ahead.
She approached it like, I want him to know this isn't gonna be normal. Like, I guess they've been hooking up, but then the conversation they had turned out to be like, it sounded like she was okay with it being normal as long as they communicated. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, see, that's your problem. From the beginning, you just go flip flopping. But if you don't want it to be normal, that's not what she said to him at all. But okay, continue.
I wasn't even thinking about what she said beforehand, but in that conversation, it sounded like, you know, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to be open with each other. And so I guess that's where that part left off. Then we do see, I guess when she gets back home a little later, she gets her results from her test. So again, this process that, you know, she's doing on TV is very brave.
It's a lot.
But it's what happens. So, you know, she's showing, I guess, a part of something that people will be embarrassed to talk about.
But people go through it.
They go through it. So, I would applaud her on that end that she was open enough to share that side. Especially on a show like Teen Mom, where they want to showcase the risk of sex and, you know, how you can get pregnant. Yeah, you can also get STD, right? And we haven't heard this before. With all the seasons, I don't think.
Oh, I don't, you know, I'm not that up to date, but yes.
So, so that happened. She finds out. She calls her friend.
She calls her mom. Huh?
Oh.
Didn't know it was her mom? That was her mom. Okay.
I was thinking Shirley all this time. And it said Roxanne, right?
I don't know, but I know it was her mom. That's her mom.
That was Shirley. Oh. Okay, right now I just changed something because she called her mom. I was thinking she called her girl Shirley. So she's like, Brianna. No, she does a mother voice.
What did she say? Oh my gosh, mommy.
I thought that was Shirley. Okay, she calls her mom, yeah. And so, yeah, mom, you know, she was going in about Lewis's recklessness, you know.
Very true, though. Very true.
Okay, that was mama. Now it sounds well.
The way she approached it, I have to say, as soon as she started, or as soon as she found out, whatever, my first thought was when her sister, last episode, just kept talking about how, like, what disgusted she was.
By him?
It's not funny, but it's funny. Yes. She kept saying, like, oh, his beer belly, bald head. I'm like, and now she's just out on top of it.
Yeah, so she tells her sister next. And, yeah, I guess, well, how did her sister handle it?
Her sister, I like how, well, she of course went with the approach of like, now you know better. But then she also was saying how, I guess when Brianna was talking about how she hopes this doesn't keep him from Stella if he's embarrassed or whatever. And then my thought was, if he can sit there naked and crying to you, then this should not affect his relationship with, like, he shouldn't be embarrassed to the point where he can't even contact you to see his daughter. Like her sister said, like, that would just show his character as a man if he let that stop his contact with her, with her daughter.
Okay, so lastly we see Kaylin. Not too much going on with her today. So I want to say something that I noticed when I first seen her walking. She looked like she was pregnant. Did you notice?
No.
She could have been pregnant.
I think what makes me say, I don't know if it was a preview for this season or something, I think she does get pregnant during the season. Okay, I think, if I remember. So it's possible.
So yeah, so what the medium said about maybe pregnancy, she mentioned something about pregnancy.
Having another kid.
And then there's a potential baby for her other baby's dad and stuff. But during something, and she might be pregnant too. But anywho, aside from that, we hear how the conversation with her mother went. I was surprised how she wasn't open to the conversation with her mother, especially after hearing from the medium that she had on her show.
I think she was open until she saw she realized why her mom was calling. I'm trying to remember. Because I feel like when she first started, I'm like, okay, what's wrong with her calling because her mom passed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't remember, but she said something, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a little.
What did she say?
I'm trying to remember.
She wanted money or something?
No.
I thought it was about the mom called the grandma dying, and she was like, I already know that. What you telling me for?
Right, and right when she went there, I was like, yeah, that's kind of wrong. But then she kept, I cannot remember, but it was something she said, and I'm like, oh, okay. Then I guess I see why she's more just like.
I do know she said the mother said it wasn't on me or something. It's not on me because our relationship is like this.
Right. Maybe that was it. Like maybe her reason for calling was the mom thing, and the conversation could have flipped into some, into that.
I do know me seeing Kale and how she be acting. I'm not a fan, and I feel like I don't even know their situation, but I could see the way Kale is and ready to cut her off. So I'm sure the mom. Not I'm sure. It's possible the mother could have tried to reach out to her.
In the 3 years, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kale did say if she did try and continue to reach out to her, she would be willing to say okay.
But I could see Kale not being open to what mom's calls or messages or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know. Part of me was like, I could see, like, I can't stand her. But then I'm like, I guess no one was there when she was growing up. But then I'm like, I guess it would kind of force you, or it seems like it would kind of force you to, I don't know, have the personality she does of just, I don't know if you want to call it being strong, but like, that strong personality because of what you've been through, like, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, she did say, they haven't talked in 3 years. She said even after this phone call, if her mom kept reaching out, then yes, she would be open to, or like she would be able to see that her mom is trying to communicate with her.
So she says.
That's what she says.
But the way Kale sounded, it's like she left the conversation like, I ain't trying to mess with you.
Yeah,
so
but then
why would you expect somebody to continue to
reach out to you
when you continue to act like I'm done with you?
Yeah, but then as a mom, well, no one heard the conversation, but coming from
and that's
mom,
another thing. Why wouldn't you want to stay the conversation?
Right.
Because you probably over there cussing around.
Right. I'm like,
we could probably be like, Kale, calm down.
Right. Like I said, we don't even know how the conversation went from the mom's passing to the way we are is your fault. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it could have been a lot in between. Mm-hmm. But I guess from what we know, hearing like my own mother's telling me that our relationship is my fault is kind of like, but you're the mom. Like I feel like I understand that feeling of like, you're the parent, you should be the one pushing to be with me. But yes, we don't know with her.
And then the producer asks like, was she drunk? Mm-hmm. And she had to pause and then say, yeah.
Right, yeah. That part, I was like,
was she just saying it and put extra on it or what?
And she's like, she's not sober, right? Maybe she thought they was going to edit that for her.
I don't know.
So it could all come together. Because, yeah, she was waiting too long to answer. When clearly, I feel like if she wasn't, you would have known.
Or if you didn't know, say, I don't know.
Right.
But you quick to say, well, not even quick, because you had to think about it and then say, I don't know.
Yeah, now that you point out, yeah.
But
she's questionable.
But that's it. Did we see a preview?
I did, but it was short, and I don't remember much more. I remember, what's her name? Brianna in the preview. They did show that she said she's going to tell Lewis, but not tell him what it is.
Okay.
And I was like, what? But then I was like, I guess that's smart because that forces him to go get tested. I feel like that was her approach.
So, because if she told him what it was, he wouldn't go?
I don't know. But I guess
I'm good with that.
Hey, he's reckless, huh?
Or maybe just to make him worry, like.
Exactly. It would make, I feel like not knowing though, yes, you would be running like, is it curable? Is it not? You wouldn't know anything. Okay, so
yeah,
it forces you.
That would hit different.
Now, if you're knowing that it is something curable and you're still like, I'll wait. I got time. Then that's different. You're real reckless. But yeah, but that's all I remember seeing on the review.
Okay, well, we'll check that out next week. For this one, let us know what y'all think. Leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe.
Yes.
And that's it. And we'll see y'all next time.
All right.
Bye.